Hey, it's Evening Supreme, the Dog Queen. Welcome back to my channel. And so today we were reviewing Skulltimate Secrets Hauntlywood Mysteries for Frankie Stein. Yeah, so remember when I saw that I was like gonna wait for a sale? Well, I played with Caddy. Love that doll. Like such a good doll. Like I was like messing around with the piece and it was like, normally I would hate that it doesn't have two complete outfits. But I love the doll, like, so stunning. So I was like, I'm gonna need Frankie and Claudine immediately. So I used a $50 gift card and I got them basically for $5 each. So worth it. Because I think I was originally going to use my $50 gift card to do that, but I was like hesitant because there was a lot of new stuff coming out, but ended up doing it anyway. So for the packaging, we have the same old like cardboard stuff and then a cutout right here so you can kind of see the doll. And then same sparkly foil stuff as Caddy. And then Frankie's artwork, which is really pretty. And then solve, unlock, reveal. And then on the back you can see the others. I have a review of Caddy now. And then Claudine will be like the very next one. So yeah, then we have the barcode if you need it, but these dolls pretty readily available now. So let's go ahead and unbox them, kind of. So now here's their locker. It is this like really pretty light blue color, has the exact same detailing on the outside as Caddy's locker with all the stars and like lights and film reels. And then the back part is just black, which usually there's like a black staple piece for each wave. And this time they chose the back, which is fun because normally it's this inner piece that's black, but for all of them they have different colors and I think it's fun. But the doors are the same like bluish, like steel blue color that we saw with Caddy's like knobs right here and shoes. So I think that's fun. I like the steel blue color for Frankie, and then we just have the regular silver gray for the little locks themselves. And then we have the instructions, which are the same as Caddy's but in blue. And then we have the little mysteries, which we have our key, which is the exact same as Caddy's, but just like the gray silver here, and then blue for the little lens piece. And oh, now I can see them clear now. Yeah, or you can do that and it will also work. But yeah, kind of dumb. And I'm very glad that we're moving away from this because it was a bust. So yeah, we can just start opening shit, starting with this door. So their bags have a little battery pattern where some are just bricks, some are batteries that are charging, and then some are fully charged batteries. Just a little fun pattern, I guess. Yeah, so we can look at everything. That's it for this bag, where we have the back piece, which is a bunch of like bolted pieces, but it's like a star kind of shape. I don't know. So it's to simulate electricity. I know that. And then we have the stand clip, which will actually work with Frankie. Caddy's did not work, if you did not know from the previous review, because they made it too small. And then we have this actually really cute. This is like a baby pink. Frankie's been getting a lot of pink legs for like recent releases. This and Scary Sweet Birthday have similar shades of pink, but this is definitely a more like baby light pink, and it's really pretty. We have some like bolted parts that are supposed to look like stitches. the little diamond right there, which is definitely a reference to Cleo. So I'm gonna paint it a like royal blue color for that. And then we just have this top chain part. So pretty fun little necklace there. And then we have the sunglasses, which same complete as Caddy's, or that they just painted the lens part black. They didn't actually make proper lenses, so they will actually block the eyes, and I don't like that. But we have some lightning bolts there, and then the little triangle shape with the electricity warning, whatever. And then we have the purse, which is a little different than Caddy's, obviously. This one I like a lot more. It's a little cute bag like that with a little bit of black paint, with a little chain right there, and then a charm that has an F on it, and then this big nut for the little handle on it. And then on the back there's some stitches and a little pouch. So yeah, I like this one more, but it's still not my favorite Frankie purse. They've had better. Yeah, then we can move on to the next one. I don't know if y'all heard that, but we have the next part of the stand, which is, or the little lever thing, same mold as Caddy's, but is this like gold color. It's like a little lighter than a regular like gold shade. I have Cleo over here for a future compare. Okay, we're ignoring this under here, but yeah, you can see it's like a lighter, more like champagne gold. I like it. It's cool. And then we have a regular silver for the hanger rods, which you just put in right here. So then you can put the two included hangers on there, which the included hangers are the same really cute little Draculaura baby pink color. Same hanger sculpt as like the entire generation. And you can just put clothes on there and hang them right there, which fun idea still. Then moving on. We have all of the clothes. So we have this little chain, like it's supposed to simulate like a little like chainmail type of skirt going on, chain link skirt, but it's just this like steel, well, it's darker, like this is like more of a steel blue. This is a pretty dark grayish blue foil thing going on with the lightning bolts. This is the skirt that I used, like the that I used on Caddy. Looked really pretty. And then we have this skirt, which is like the snakeskin little skirt with fur on the bottom. I've never seen Frankie get fur, so this is very unique for them, and I don't know how in character it is, so we will have to see. And then we have this cute little jacket. Well, it's more like it's a jacket with like short puffy sleeves with that same battery print on it, and little silver, and then gray for the body of it, and then just white really soft fur right there. Frankie's jacket is definitely like workable with the gloves and a lot more like fun with that, versus Caddy's, who like swallowed up the gloves. But we have the shoes, which are mismatched. I know people weren't crazy about the metal mixing for this doll, but I like it because it's like a very light champagne-y gold. It's not something that Claudine or Cleo typically has, so they're not stepping on their territory. And having mismatched metals makes sense for a Frankenmonster that's already mixed and matched together. But this is a bunch of little things, strips of metal that are bolted together. Pretty cool. Like I said, one's in gold, one's in silver. Then on the bottom, we have a little Frankie Stein thing right there, and then a close-up of their eye. And then, is that it? Yeah, that's all that was in that bag. And then for the last one, we have oh, there we go. I was afraid for a sec that I only got one bracelet and it would have been an Abby moment, but nope, I got both little chain link bracelets in silver. And then we have the steel blue color for the star, the Hauntlywood star, to complete the lever. And then we have a microphone that has an MH logo on it, little skelette. So yeah, reporting microphone. And then we have the extra hands, which are really pretty. So we have Frankie's regular hand, but even more delicate and stuff, more angular fingers. And then the new joint stuff that we saw with Nephra. And then we have this little heart hand, which is adorable. I still love the extra hands that we got here. And then I have this Frankie for future comparison. But yeah, you can see the difference in like elegance and stuff. It's very interesting. But yeah, now we can actually put together the thing. So we have the steel piece, or the silver piece and the steel blue piece, and you can snap them together there. And then you can see the difference between the colors. And then we attach the gold piece on, and then you put this onto the bottom right here. And now we can raise it up. Revealed. So yeah, as you can see, the back panel is steel blue, which is unique for these, for this wave, because normally they're just black for the previous two. If you're curious, the lever is still the same from Skulltimate Secrets 4 and is silver. So here they are. Really fun, really gorgealina. So we're gonna start off with the hair. It is poly, of course. It's Skulltimate Secrets after all. And it is a blend of this like tealish blue color and black. And it reminded me of Cleo's original Saran blend, which I prefer. So that's why I brought this Cleo over, her Skulltimate Secrets 1 doll. Because if we look at this, it is also a very similar blend. It's just Cleo's is a little more royal blue that was mixed into there versus the more tealish blue. But yeah, I think that's a fun little nod. It's a fun nod for Frankie, and it definitely works for Cleo because they are together. So fun little hair reference, I guess. And then it has just these two front white money piece, because you know, black and white hair has to be in there. And then a bunch of, it's not as much as this Cleo. This Cleo has the most tinsel I've seen in a doll, but I love it. But a lot of just some silver tinsel in there, same as Caddy's. Looks great, love tinsel, always here for it. And then for the face, we have this stunning new screening done by, I don't know who, but it was apparently an intern that interned, so obviously does not still work at Mattel, but they gave us great faces for this line. So just a lot different, because like I can feel the little bump where the eyelashes are supposed to be, and this is like a lot smaller eyes than what Frankie normally has. I like it, but I definitely would prefer Frankie's bigger eyes. But this is a fun one-time screening thing. I'm sure other people would love to have this screening back, but I don't know. I like it a lot, but I definitely like the what is that? The amped up Frankie and the Neon Frights type of screening style is my favorite. But we have like this dark bluish gray color on the lower line. I don't know why I started there, but I did. And we have this silver up here, which has the different like highlighting effects to make it look shiny, which I think is just such a smart little like technique that is used in like digital drawing and drawing in general that was brought here, which is really nice. And then we have this like pink, purpley pink color with some like squares in there, so that's fun. Then this bottom eyelash has a little lightning bolt, same little stitch right there, and then a lot thinner, fiercer eyebrows. I'm a thick eyebrow stan, so I like Frankie with thick eyebrows. But like I said, I like switching it. Like, if we're gonna keep getting the same characters, I like switching it up, so I like this. Just sad we couldn't have the eyebrow piercing, because I love eyebrow piercings. I have one for now. They're not permanent, if you didn't know. And then a gorgeous little pink lip with a little bit of a darker pink on the little outer corners. Looks really pretty. And then I wanted to compare with Frankie's previous thinner-eyed side glance that we got with Coffee Break back in the beginning. And you can like really see the difference there. If I had to pick, I don't know. This one goes a little too hard on the blush, because like this one doesn't have any blush. So I'd probably end up picking this one. But this one still is a really, really fierce mug. Yeah. And as you can see, thicker eyebrows than the eyebrow piercing. So like if these eyebrows were on this Frankie, perfect. Or actually, better yet, it would be like the eyebrows of like Buried Secrets 2 or Monster Fest. Is cool. So I like the multiple eyebrow piercings. I think that's really fun. And then I got, thankfully, because there was a thing where the stock photos and the original prototype that was shown at Toy Fair, and like the first few batches of this doll did not have any stitches on the body, and I did not like that. I like my Frankie to have the stitches on, so mine does have stitches, thankfully. But we have the same big clunky thing that Caddy has, but on Frankie, it's just like a big like necklace thing with like some buckles and lightning bolts, and it goes down, and then like a harnessy thing. I don't know how to describe it, but it worked on Caddy because Caddy is a bigger body type, a lot of real estate there. This smaller body type, it just kind of swallows them up. So I'm not a big fan of this, but I do like the little gold belt here with all of the nuts going across it. I think it's cute. Has a little warning symbol. And then different from Caddy, Frankie has a romper instead, that has these little straps going on, and then some silver stitching, and the same like battery print that we saw earlier on the bag. And then for the gloves, same technique as Caddy with these like little ruched arm warmers. And then the sculpted glove looks great on Frankie. Love these gloves. But they don't go as high as Caddy's did. And then we can see the hand sculpt, because all of them have their own unique hand sculpt for the gloves, where we see some nails on Frankie, which is interesting. And then a little stitched heart, some lightning bolts, and then a nut. Or no, it is a nut. And then we have just two little rings over here. And then I thought it would be repeated, but it's almost repeated, as we just have a different skelet ring right there instead, which is very interesting. But no paint on the underside for the rings, just like Caddy. So, you know, not MGA quality, but they at least, I didn't expect any paint, so I'm glad they at least painted that. And then we have this very, very pretty, like, lighter pink shade of leg, because Frankie usually likes neon colors, so this is very understated, and it goes well with like the navier tones for the rest of the outfit. Looks great. And this is, I'll take off the boot. Oh my god. Well, that was annoying. But yeah, has the same exact leg as Monster Fest, but has the addition of the stars that are sculpted on top of it. So that's fun. And then again, another screening comparison. You can see with that eyebrows what I mean. I love Monster Fest eyebrows. Yeah, I just like Monster Fest makeup more, but this is still really pretty because I'm a loud person when it comes to designs. I don't like I'm like still really like this doll and I love the glamour of it all. But I tend to go for more neon versus like duller and like subdued. So just my preferences. Anyway, we have these navy little boots that have a bunch of stitching details on it, and then the backs are heel, like they don't have anything on the heel, and the heel themselves is these big zipper pulls. So she is again coming for Ghoulia's gig. And then we have the boot covers, which one is silver and then one is gold, and these are these little like nuts as like buckles to go with all these chains. I like it. I have no qualms with it. And if you want to tone it up or down, simple, you can just take it off. This one, I don't know, I might leave the covers off. But I like the addition of them. And then they're also opposites to these shoes. So if you wanted to, you could totally just have them have all silver or all gold shoes, which is nice. I did not realize a piece of tinsel came out. And now we can get them dressed up in all the different fits. So there's the first outfit all together. I think it's cute for the most part. I just don't like how this skirt fits. It's a little too big for them. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the skirt, but I like everything else. I think this is like a fun little concept and stuff going on. Yeah, and then my Frankie does have issue with the prosthetic leg, as it does not like to straighten up exactly. It's just slightly bent, which is a little annoying. And then the glasses look better than Caddy's, but like but it's still not great. Definitely a lot better to just leave them up there. A lot cuter. Okay, and now we'll do the second outfit-ish. And then there they are. Yeah, I just like these thinner skirts. Just, I don't know, I like them a lot more. But for Frankie, I might just want to leave the romper alone. I don't know. We shall see. But their pieces are fun. Overall, a great addition to Skulltimate Secrets. Definitely we're able to fine-tune things now that we only have 3 versus 5 characters in the line. And then I love the new hand sculpts, love the new mechanism for the hands, so they're easier to remove. New screenings are great. Really the only thing that could make this line better is if we like went back to the saran hair that we got in series 1, but I get it. They need to make budget for those big things. So yeah. Do I think she's worth $32 or $33? No. Definitely just buy the $30, because if they had saran hair, then it'll be a yes. But unfortunately, no. So, from Reese Ream, I grant you a full glorious, fantabulous day. Toodles!